This lovely gent was coming to us after 3 failed earwax removal attempts. He saw us online and thought he'd come across and see if we could actually get it out for him. Lovely, lovely gentleman, but you can see this is really, really hard wax. Patient had a mixture of irrigation and microsuction done. I don't know whether it was at the same clinic, I'm not too sure, but yeah, 3 times they'd attempted to get this wax out and they'd failed. So we came along to our clinic today. We've got the microsuction in here, we've got the standard size on the tube. So we're just going in here now, just trying to lift this, and you can see, in fairness, this is tough old wax. This isn't an easy one to do, but we've got this grip at the base here, lots of dry skin wrapped around a really hard wax plug. Now, it doesn't really look like the patient's managed to soften this particularly well, so I'm not too sure how many drops they've actually put in their ear before they came along, but you can see we're kind of almost crumbling this down. We're breaking these hard pieces away. Lots of hair embedded in here as well, which doesn't help, because when we've got soft wax with hair in, then it's, you can pull the hairs out really easily, but when you've got a hardened wax with bits of hair in it, it almost strengthens the wax. It kind of binds it all together. It's like putting rebar into concrete. It kind of really gives it lots and lots of structure and makes it a little bit more difficult to come away, because as you're trying to break these pieces away, these bits of hair are embedded into the section behind, so it's not really able to pull out very easily. But it's coming away actually better than I thought it would, better based on the history this gentleman's had with lots of failed attempts at getting this out. But it's actually coming away relatively easily so far, which is good. But we've got this section now, you can see it's just super duper hard, this really thick dead skin layer around this wax plug as well, so really anchoring everything into place. There we are, you can see that piece of keratin there, that hardened skin layer. So don't forget, keratin is basically dead skin cells, and as they sort of die off, they dehydrate, so they end up with a higher concentration of keratin in the cell itself, which causes it to harden up, and then it forms this really, really tough layer. So keratin is what your hair and nails are made out of, so you can feel, just how tough that is on the back of your nail there. And you've got that inside the ear canal sometimes when that skin just dies off, those epithelial cells just die off it there. So we've got a hold of a big old plug at the base now. It's starting to come away nicely. There we go, a bit of a wiggle, because I'm trying to detach it from this skin layer, which is still attached to the canal wall. You can see a piece of it flicking from right to left there, just into the suction. Now that's actually a strip of keratin. But this is such a hard old plug in the middle. I've jinxed myself now by saying it was coming away easily so far. It's actually started to be a little bit more difficult with this section, but I'm hoping if we can pull these bits of skin around the outside edge, it's going to come away a bit easier. I've sprayed a little bit of olive oil in here, just to try and help to get this plug moving. There we go, and you can see a little bit more of a range of movement there. As we start to move this around, it just starts to wiggle and just peel away from those canal walls. It's almost there. There we are, a little bit more of a wiggle. The lovely Mr. Taylor Green will be back soon, guys. I think we're due at the end of this week, I think, to have a quick chat again. And yeah, as of the recording of this video, we haven't hit 500,000 subscribers yet, but it is imminent. We are so close. I think we're about 1,500 away at the recording of this video. We may well have broken it by the time this goes out, but that's where we're at. And we're almost at episode 100,000? Episode 1,000 as well, so that's coming up. So we'll have to think of something to do for you guys, I'm sure, at episode 1,000. Leave that one with me, but we'll certainly do something a bit different for you, I'm sure. We managed to get this away. It's coming away really, really well. There we go, out this is coming. We managed to break it down a little bit more. The plug is starting to come away into smaller pieces, which are easier to get out. There we go. And speaking of 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, I think we're 1.2 million on TikTok. Not too sure about Facebook and Instagram. I haven't checked for a little while, actually. But yeah, when we hit 500,000 on YouTube, we will do something special. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you haven't subscribed already, if you subscribe, it gets a little bit closer to that 500,000 mark. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much. And if you do enjoy the videos, guys, don't forget to like, heart, share, follow, and subscribe for me. That would be fantastic. And if you have ear problems yourself, make sure you check out the link tree in the description. Book yourself an appointment to come and see myself or the lovely Mr. Taylor Green. So we've got the plug out. Now we're left with this hard keratin layer on the outside edge. Now if we go back in and take a look at that now, just still getting these pieces away from the outside edge. There we go. You can see that thick keratin layer. Look at this this is what's been holding this wax plug in. So you can see I'm hovering here. I'm a bit reluctant to try and pull this up, but you can see these thicker layers right down top of the eardrum. But as we pull this away, you can see it just sort of lift and start to peel these keratin layers at the base of the canal. Let's see what happens here. Let's go, there we go. Look at that peeling away. So this is that thick, dead skin layer that was wrapped around that plug there. So it didn't want to let it go easily. So I'm just going to take a few more of these bits and pieces away. There we go. Look at that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. And we just got this little bit at the bottom here. You can tell it's almost that sort of dead skin. It's got that matte, sort of creamy, almost sort of beigey colour to it. I'm just getting some of these little pieces from around the outside edge. There we go. Let's get that one little hair away there and that little bit of dead skin. Now you can see when I lifted that piece up then, you had the freshest skin underneath there, which would be ultra, ultra sensitive. So I've left the remainder of that there, just to sort of dry it out a little bit. We don't want to run the risk of any infections or anything. Oh my goodness me, I don't even think anyone's ever attempted the wax removal on this side. This was just solid. It was tough as old boots. It was so, so hard, this one. I'm using the standard size on the tube on here. I think I might have been better off with the hammer and chisel because this thing is just so, so tough. You can see how hard I'm pulling this just to detach it off the canal wall. I'm not even trying to pull it out to this point. I'm just trying to unstick it first before you can even attempt to pull it out. And look, there's that thick layer of keratin underneath again on this side. So my advice to this patient, definitely start using some olive oil on a regular basis. Once a fortnight, put a bit of olive oil in there. It's going to moisturize that skin. It's going to stop it from drying out. But now we're left with this beastie of a hard old plug, this one, full of hairs. It just looks mean. This doesn't want to go away easily. So we've got here, this is the St. Bart's hook. Now this has actually been coming out a bit more often recently. I've kind of fallen in love with the St. Bart's hook again. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with some of the curettage tools, but this one recently I've had a lot of patients where the St. Bart's hook has really been very, very helpful. I've dissed it in the past because I don't always find it a particularly helpful tool. You have to have a very special set of circumstances with the wax plug to be able to get this out. But I've got the rosin inserter in here. I think a combination of the two of these, this is going to bring this plug out. You can see just how hard that was. That rosin inserter just flick off the top there, just because it's so hard. I can't even push into the plug with the rosin inserter. So St. Bart's hook is coming back out. I'm hoping I can just hook. I can hook an edge, which is what I've got here. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Watch this coming away now, guys. Look at this coming away. Look at that. Wow, look at the colour difference in there. We've got that really kind of, looks like it's got a little sort of little red top to it. But yeah, lots of really, really hard old wax, and it was just welded to that canal wall. But look how dry that canal looks. See that kind of pinkish colour to the canal? It's got this kind of mottled appearance, has classic dry skin. So if the patient just used some olive oil, it might not stop them from having to have it done again, but it will just extend the time in between their appointments. 4 centimetres. 1 5/8 of an inch. I'm going to go with that one, guys. If you enjoyed that video, guys, I'm going to put another one up here if you're watching this on YouTube. And that one is another one where we had another person came through where the doctor just couldn't get their wax out. I won't spoil it for you. But yeah, check that one out as well because it's quite an interesting. There's one old one as well. But that's one in the hundreds, so I'd probably look a lot less grey on that video as well. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching the video again today, guys. As always, take care of yourselves, take care of your ears, and take care of one another. And I'll see you again for the next video real soon. Bye, everyone.